All right. Welcome to season 10 Rites of Passage. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start screen sharing. Do. There we go. That's the button I want. Lovely little slideshow. I will give the credits to Ollie on this one. First off, we have Brian. Brian had to Brian had to dip early. As Pride, we all understand. He is an amazing player. Was one of our returnees, but I don't know if anybody here knows Brian from outside of this game.
I actually didn't know he was a returnee.
Yeah, he
I saw him though in
Brian
another.
is from season two.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay.
was that Sahara?
That is Sahara. Yes.
I studied.
All right, moving right along, and this will be. There we go, Mothy.
Take it away, Kyle.
Marthy, I'm not gonna ask his yeah. I actually did like Marthy. I will still say to this day, I have no idea why he was the first to go for our tribe, and it's so sad because it was unanimous too. Um, but the funniest thing about Marthy is when he tried to make a UK alliance and didn't actually speak to me enough to know that I wasn't from the UK, and so he added me into that and was just like YOLO after not submitting like anything for our challenge. Um, but Loki, neither did I. So I really liked Marty. He was really like he was sending voice notes back and forth. Like there is other people I would have preferred to go before him, but it's like one of those things where when people hop on a name, the rest of us hop on it too. So he
Wait,
was
Tito,
he was so cool.
who would
Um,
you have wanted to go before him? Are we allowed to
Al,
talk?
I wanted Al to go
Okay.
first,
I, I
but
will I will say it did lead to one of the most unique moments in that first tribal of Al celebrating at the end of the tribal.
Wait,
Um,
that's news.
yeah,
I'm trying to remember. I think.
Can't wait to watch that later.
Oh yeah. Um, yeah. You'll hear that mentioned during reunion on Saturday as well.
God,
Funny.
All
he was
right.
cool. I liked
N
him.
Next up, Sammy.
Mm.
Sammy again, another person that unfortunately had some stuff going on, had to leave us. Um, over on team your
Bomb bomb.
Australia, yeah, Bomb. I refer to them as the districts. They're the Australasia team there.
Boom boom.
Yeah.
Boom
Or
boom. It's
uh,
it, it,
I
it
have
is interesting.
yeah.
Go ahead.
My small words about Sammy is that I think so I was tracking the idol hunt like very early on and he was my top contender. Either him or Shaf or TJ, I think had the idol or like were going to get the idol like in the same order that I did. So if he had the idol, I don't think it was him who finalized with it, but yeah, I was watching, so that's my only thing about Sammy. If yeah.
Well, information about their idol will come out on
I,
Saturday.
oh, I remember Sammy's intro video. I really liked their intro video, so I was really bummed to see them leave the game before I got to meet before I got to meet him.
All I heard about Sammy was that he was Harry's number one, so he must have been doing well in that tribe. I'm sad he left. Seemed like a good dude.
I thought I was Harry's number one.
I damn crazy.
Next up, we have Shaft.
R.I.P.
Same thing as like I was like, did Shaft leave with the idol or Sammy? And like I wasn't sure, but I did see them both in the idol hunt. And once I figured out the rooms and the roles, like I was literally, I'll share my notes because they're actually so funny. But yeah, I like if he had the idol, that's a big rip. If he didn't, well then I don't know. There's nothing he could have done. But yeah, that was
And
good.
I don't know exactly what happened at that tribal either because TJ told a couple different stories.
Yeah, I think they were. Yeah.
That was my thing as well. The only thing I had to say about Shaf is like when we swapped with the Bon Bon people, Hyrie told me it was unanimous on Shaf, and TJ told me it's 3-2. Then TJ told me he's actually related to Shaf in some crazy way. And I was like, okay, whoa.
That was the other thing right there, like grandpa and grandson. I'm just kidding.
Not you stealing my joke.
I know I did steal your
I'm
Lord.
I wasn't gonna say it, so I'm glad you did.
Yeah, sorry, TJ. Love you. Love you.
I will also say any rumors will either be confirmed officially or denied on Saturday.
So,
it doesn't make a difference to me if they're related.
Yeah. Also that too, yeah.
It would just be neat.
Oh wait, no, not the rumor about them being related, but the idol. That's what I'm.
I was like, I think there's people who are related before, and they were super chill about it.
Oh, blood versus water. Okay, sorry.
No, just randomly. They were like distant cousins or something.
Okay.
Shout out Wheeze and Bliss.
All right, next up, we have Al.
Am I the only one who knows him? Yeah. Okay, so Al was very like when he did show up, he was like very, very extroverted. He had literally just turned 18 while we were playing this game too. So um he was like very cool and stuff. I remember doing the story time challenge with him and I had to go second. He speaks way too fast. That mother effer needs to slow down. Like it was already hard having like 4 different accents in that challenge, and Al was like the most like you could understand what he's saying, but you also couldn't because he's speaking way too fast. But he was cool. Like I'm not gonna lie, I would have wanted him out if we went back, but he just wasn't around as much as I thought he'd be. But when he was around, he was like very sassy and like a bit chaotic. He would have been fun at merge for sure.
This was another intro video that I really liked. I thought it was super cute, super funny. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Jude, you're muted.
I have nothing to add. Sorry.
Sorry,
I remember being 18 6 years ago, though.
I feel old.
No comments. No comment on that whatsoever. All right, here we go. Mona Lisa.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go because I actually don't have anything negative to say about Mona Lisa. Not actually, as if sorry. I loved your intro video. I really did want to talk to you more. And I heard what you said at Tribal, and like, I mean, I knew it. Like, I wasn't gonna be able to show you that I was making more effort because I knew you were being voted out. But I would have definitely, like, if we got more time to play together, tried to play with you because you seemed really cool. That's all I have to say.
I'll go next. Mona is hilarious as hell. I'm sorry. She's not like the best texter. Like you'll get like short responses from her. But once you get on call with her and you're actually like speaking to her, she is funny as hell. I'm sorry. I would have loved if she made the merge. Thanks, guys. I would have loved if she made the merge. She was freaking hilarious. She would have been a fun time.
She probably would have been dangerous.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or well, if she, texted, but yeah, no, I unfortunately don't have anything positive to say, but also I'm not just gonna be a negative Nancy. So yeah, I wish she hadn't come at me like that, even just in general when we were talking. Like, I don't know, girl, if I ask you a question, you answer, then you ask me a question. That's how it doesn't become an interview, so I don't know, I was pissed at that, and yeah, not someone I would like to play a game again with. So that's my honest answer.
You know what's crazy is I actually sent Owen a list of like every possible rivalry this season, and I forgot the biggest pre-merge one, which was
This was not a rivalry. I think a rivalry you have to care about the other person equally, and I'm sorry this was not the case. So
I had a
rivalry, dude.
Yeah, I think a better. Yeah, no, I think my rivalry was Eleanor round the Cassia.
Oh god.
Rivalry that round.
Yeah.
That was when Kyle became my number one for a minute.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I do want a positive thing. Mona Lisa is beautiful, by the way. I just want to say that when she sent me a screenshot, a picture of herself, and like she was at the club, I was like, damn, like I feel like this is a beautiful cast. I do want to add him because I'm not a negative person overall.
Yeah,
We're funny and hot.
real deal.
All right. Next,
Oh,
Jonathan.
John,
Jonathan,
you got like
you're number one.
exile fucked. That was so sad. I'm so sorry. I really wanted to play with you longer. I did not want you to like leave before I got to see you in the game again. So that was a super big bummer. I loved getting to do that challenge with you, even though we bombed it. We bombed it together. And yeah, I loved having like a nice deep conversation with you. So I'm excited to see you again.
I read really good text conversations with Jonathan. I wish we got to get on a call. I was like waiting for us. I was like, okay, if we merge, if we swap and we're on the same team, we're hopping on a call. That's the first thing. And then, he got exiled. And then, so that was sad. So yeah, I'm also excited to go to a reunion. I guess we had some unfinished conversations, so I'd love to pick them back up, but yeah.
No comments. I didn't know this guy.
All
Mama.
right. Next up,
The
Aw,
owner of the
Rob.
club, the owner of the club. And luckily he didn't shut it down when he left. Luckily.
Yeah. Yeah, at least he didn't burn the club to the ground.
I think my favorite thing is that his last message was like, I got to name an alliance. I could die happy. And then, he was out. I thought that was crazy. Yeah.
Rob, you like set this game up for us by like, well, not like, then we don't know you everything. We put in a lot of work too. But when the club was made, that was like my first like solid alliance in the game, and it like we stuck with it. So like, I mean, I don't know, maybe we would have turned on you, but but probably not. You were really scary to me, but I also wanted to like use you as like a shield of some sort. So I didn't want to come for you, but yeah, sad to see you.
Rob was the most straightforward fucking person in this game for me. He like when that whole Mono vote happened and it was just me, Hyrie, and him on call. He told Hyrie on call that he would have switched his vote to one of the bonbons had he heard what they were saying to you guys. So like I really do feel like he is like a genuine person. He is like he literally just wants to chat with you guys and get with you on the tribe PCs and just talk about life shit. And him unintentionally setting up the final three is the most iconic thing in this game.
Yeah.
So I'm sad I lost the only person I was on with for two tribes before the merge even happened, but it was fun. He was cool.
You gained two people better. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, I loved Rob. I liked how he was also like, I think he was the first person to set the example in like any tribe that I was to like join the VC and like wait for people to join in. And I thought that was a lovely trend that continued. I know like Z did the same thing down in the merge tribe, but like it was just cool to see like how like I mentioned before in the last tribal, but it felt like it was like a dorm room and like he had his door open and everyone just walks in and talks. So I think that was really cool. So yeah, it was good. I had good conversations with him. Like I genuinely like talking to Rob. So yeah, but yeah, thank you for setting up the final three.
You know what was the funny thing is like I thought there was a Discord thing for people to just go in the tribe VCs the whole time. But Koine did that all the time. We would never have one-on-one VCs. We would just go there and talk strategy. That's why when you guys saw me in the Swap Tribe VC talking strategy in the tribe chat with Rob and the Bonbons, that's because I was used to doing that. I don't know, we go like privately to do that, but yeah.
Not Rob naming our alliance the club, having never actually seen Broad City.
I
had to tell him
the origin.
He was like, yeah, it's just something my girlfriend says all the time. And I was like, wait, you don't, or no, wait, was it Kyle who I told? No, he hasn't seen it. Rob hasn't seen it, but Kyle, you didn't know the reference, right?
No, I didn't know. And then you still sent me the TikTok.
Yeah.
I thought the reference was the TikTok. Like,
oh, you guys gotta watch Broad City and the Club Wheel fam.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, moving on.
Bye, Rob.
TJ.
Oh.
TJ.
Grandpa.
No, the messy slut. Yeah, I can't believe I just said that in public. I am in public.
Oh God.
Oh,
TJ. We tried to work with you.
what do we have? The puzzlers together? Like I was me,
Yeah.
Jay, Eleanor. Yeah. Because we're the only three who tried on that puzzle.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about that alliance completely.
No,
Oh
basically,
damn.
they
Side
just
alliance?
No. It was just not really. No, it was just a chat. I think
no, it
not
was just
the
no,
whole
yeah.
alliance chat, but like
Half of these
it was a chat.
alliance chats were just chats.
Yeah, like group chats. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, one was
But yeah, I guess I could go first. It was like I had a super long call with TJ, and that was probably my favorite. Sorry, no offense to you, Kyle or Hyrie. But that was my favorite like swap tribe call was me and TJ. Like we talked so long. And of course it was used in a strategic way for him. For me, it was generally a like a starting call. So yeah, I don't know. I think like TJ's just someone you could talk to anything and anything about. He had the replying speed of like I don't know. I don't even know how to describe like Usain Bolt because like I would text something,
Mhm.
I put my phone like before I put my phone down, there was already a reply, and I was like, oh my god, how do I keep up with this guy? But yeah, so much fun, like amazing personality. Just really sad that you are a snake or were a snake in the game. Sorry, that was crazy.
I don't know if I would have said snake because I also like talk too much at certain points, but telling Kyle shit I was talking to you
I think
about on call while we were still on
I think that's
call.
a definition of a snake.
Yeah, Kyle came straight to me and like was like telling me he didn't say like, oh, TJ's saying this, but he was like, I'm hearing this. And I'm like, well, first of all, that's not what I said, but I'm having a conversation with somebody about this right now. Um, yeah, but TJ, I'm sorry, man. You were really fucking funny too. And I love that you were super open with your like personal life and like made it really easy for us to get to know you, like both one-on-one and like in the tribes chat setting. Like Jude said, like setting an example and like sharing like stuff about yourself that made it like really easier to like get to know you more. So thank you.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no issue with TJ game wise because he was never like on the opposite end of me. I had a problem with him telling everybody everything and not keeping any secrets to himself for sure. But I don't think he was ever out to get me. So when it comes to TJ, I feel a little bit guilty. But we had like a lot of stuff in common. Like we both played tennis, we both worked in journalism and teaching, and we kind of bonded off of that. And he's a really great guy. His social game is like top notch. I think if he could have just managed it better strategically, I think he could have done much better.
Yeah.
I love TJ though. He makes it a vibe.
Yeah.
I want to add also from like the multiple stories we heard about the OG Bomb, it did not sound like TJ was in a super solid position in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially with Hyrie and Mona. Like I don't know if we exactly what their relationship was like, but like he was playing from kind of like a like not the bottom, but like not me calling TJ a bottom, but he was like playing from like a like not super strong positions. Like he was kind of doing what he had to do to like try to make connections. And I get how like sharing information is a way to do that. You just have to be more careful. Like
yeah.
I
do
almost
think it was
my game doing
intentional
that.
though. Like I would love to hear at the reunion like what actually went on OG Bomb Bomb because he also presented to me like he was at the bottom, and it was a way for me to give like a name of a connection he wasn't connected to, and then use that against me. So I don't know if he was like truly at the bottom, but
I
not sorry, I had to remember the tribe chat we had, and we were all talking, doing never have I ever like. I think that was the best moment, one of the best moments of this game.
I liked it when he said booger green. When that was the quote in the quote challenge, of course, that's already out. But I like in my prod chat, I just sent TJ like really quickly. I was like playing along because I like had that one. Something. Yeah, I had that one like implanted in here.
Yeah. What were you saying,
next?
Kyle?
Oh wait, never mind.
No.
So what now?
You were saying something? You were about to say something? I think
no, it was more game wise. I genuinely do think he was at the bottom of one. Like Hyrie and Mona were like super tight. Like Hyrie was tied with Danny. Like I don't see a world where he didn't go next there. I genuinely also think he wanted a chance from people. Like I think he was excited to like play on the swaps. Played a little bit too much, but I was excited to play with him longer. I'm sad he was like the merge boot.
Yeah. Sorry, I had one more TJ story because I think like anyway, he had a list of like goals that he wanted to get done. I think in like one of his goals was to sing a duet of Wicked with me because he hosted his 30th birthday party was Wicked themed, right? He loves Wicked. I love Wicked. So we were gonna sing Defying Gravity as a duet. It never got to happen, which is really sad. But I think
That was
like
at the reunion.
yeah, at the reunion, ask him.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we were joking that we were gonna perform it at council. But at the reunion, like I think he also had a list, I think with every person on this like
Oh,
swap tribe and beyond. So ask him for your thing. It was very cute, very first.
Oh, cute.
All
And we
right.
spent like 5 minutes talking about TJ. That's crazy.
Hey, you're good.
Iconic.
Next up is Davey.
Davey, oh,
Uh,
who wants to go first?
I'll go first because like you guys knew him longer, so I'm gonna give you guys more time. Davey was so freaking charismatic. I like was at a weird place with Davey where I voted for him at the first swap tribe, and I wasn't sure where we stood. Like it was a telltale sign for us when we would message each other. Either we'd say, "Why do you love me, Davey?" or "Why do you hate me, Davey?" And if it's hate or love, then you know, okay, either hate, we're not working together, love, we're working together. Um, and Davey was really cool though. He taught me a lot about like New York, and I learned I learned a lot about him that I didn't even learn about like some of my OG tribe in like just a matter of like a day. And especially at Merge, I was so sad because we were just starting to like get along, and I was actually starting to work with him and learn more about him, and then he got sniped. So I Davey's a fucking icon. I love him. He definitely went out way too early.
I know that was probably the
he
worst
went out
part.
just when I wanted him to go. Only I'll go next, but only because Davey, first of all, I wish I had like communicated even more than we did. We talked a little bit, but like not all the time because we were both usually out. But I love talking to you, you made me laugh. And I knew I like clocked your game super early. So I knew I didn't want to get too close to Davey. So I was like Davey gotta go.
Like Davey, oh my gosh, so easy to talk to. I wanted my
Mhm.
best thing, my favorite thing about Davey was his puns. Because like puns, like I laugh at anything. And he
Mhm.
like I think we were talking about the greedy challenge, like and how Z took greedy. And I forget what joke he made, but it was such a good pun about like Z's name and greedy. I don't know if it was like I don't remember what it was, but it was so good. Anyway, like the
Greedy.
alliance names, like everything, like Davey had like a pun for it, or even when he was like tracking when I shared information of the idol hunt with him, and we both noticed Eleanor was in the kitchen or whatever, so he messages, "Oh, Eleanor's in the kitchen," or like, "Who's in the kitchen?"
Someone's in the kitchen
Yeah,
with Dinah.
yeah, that was so funny. So
He
yeah,
said that
Davey
to me
was
too, I
super
think.
easy to talk to, like very smooth, like. And my first call with him was probably like 10 minutes because he was going to a dodgeball tournament or practice right before. You guys see it? Okay, 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 anyway. So yeah, I know. Yeah, so even from that first call, like there was just so much more like I wanted to talk to him about. Also, I don't know if you've ever seen him throw a dodgeball, but I would not want to be against him.
Oh my God.
He like Michelle Obama.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then all of it. Halloween costume, amazing. Like he just had such love Davey. Yes, like kisses to the nines. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, love Davey. Yeah, gone too soon for sure. I understand. I didn't know like when I realized we could track the old games, like winning 5 immunities. I was like, yeah. I mean, but he was also, like technically someone on my side, so I wouldn't have been like hurt by that the same way like Eleanor won like 6 and I wasn't hurt by that at all. So like, it would have helped me, but also, yeah, I understand it was like, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe somebody I want to like hit up and like say hi. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
when I come visit my sister in New York, hopefully someday I am gonna come find you.
Yeah, yeah. Me too. I was literally from New Jersey, but I
And
would love to go
Jonathan.
see a show with him. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh my God. That would be
yeah.
so fun. Next.
All righty. The
Oh,
I love Z.
Yes.
You guys want to go
Best
first?
intro video. I think Z actually had the best intro video from my perspective. I like when I was watching them, like I was like, I didn't know you could be funny for your intro video. And like, Z's was literally the definition of funny. Like that was the best one. Also the same with Rob. Like I loved how he hopped in the chats and everyone just, joined and like got to know about him. I think one of my favorite chats is like when we got like a little deep and like it was just me, you, Kyle, and Cassie. And we were just talking about like our
Yeah.
life's biggest regrets and like, just some random icebreaker questions that I have. But yeah, we couldn't work together game wise at all, which actually really sucked. But personality wise, like absolutely amazing. And while I did actually throw the touchy subjects challenge, I could not write your name down for like the villain and like the messiest game right in front of you. So, it did help because I had to throw someone else under the bus. But yeah, amazing personality. I would love to play another game with Z.
Yeah. Kyle, do you want to go next or do you want more time?
You can go first.
Okay, cool. I also really loved Z. I think Z and I had like potential to be able to work together better in the game, but I didn't think he really wanted to work with me until he had to. And so I didn't want like I was like, this isn't gonna like a what I have with Jude and Kyle thing. But Z you fucking cracked me up. I love your personality. Another person I want to like stay in contact with. I know you don't have a phone, but I'll find you on Discord or something. But, yeah, I remember I told you I showed your intro video to my mom. It was so funny. I thought it was amazing, and I really did enjoy getting to know you. And I don't know, all the times you made me laugh. So it was really sad to see you go. I also didn't think you were the villain of this season. So
I agree. I definitely think people misinterpreted who Z is. I think like at the start of the game, he automatically just after like 10 minutes of talking to him, I was like, this guy's my number one. I loved Z. I freaking loved him. We first like bonded over the fact that his dad is actually born here in South Africa. So he has a bit of like Cape Townian like blood throwing through his family. Um, but he's like so easy to talk to. And it's like I've never seen a person that has such like a funny side to them while he can be so like personable. Um, so I love Z. I was like, I still said to Rob, I'm not even surprised that fucker took the greed. I expected him to. Um, I'm like, I'm not surprised. It's gonna be taken by that tribe. I'm not even stressed. He's gonna take it. Um, but like even after like 5 minutes of talking to him in the game, like even just banter with him and Rob, like we had this joke because I don't remember where it started. I think it started because every time I would speak on the VCs, like Z would go quiet. So like Rob started this joke that like Z is xenophobic towards South Africans. Meanwhile, he has freaking South African in him. And that was just really, really fun with Z. He made this game so much freaking fun for me. Like I one of the first things I'm gonna do after this is hit him up and text him. So I love Z. It's awesome.
All righty, moving on. Bobby.
Uh, Bobby, the challenge threat, the undercover or the cover challenge threat for the real challenge threat.
yeah, Fab, you had to go. I needed that record, my guy. I'm sorry.
My first experience with Bobby, we were on a call. We had a really long call together. I think we did not talk about any game, but it was fun. It was very chill. Like I felt like I was talking to like a fellow classmate, like someone I could turn to in class that I could talk next to, and then we go our separate ways and never talk again. But I did love, like, I like that vibe. I don't know. I thought it was really fun. I loved how Bobby's unique fact was that he has a bottomless stomach for liquor, which is like very impressive. So remind me never to challenge you in a drinking competition. But yeah, the first experience I had with you was you entered the merge idol hunt. Alex, what did Alex say? Well, yeah, it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. But yeah, you entered the merge idol hunt, the not the merge, the swap idol hunt before I did. And I was tracking you on Pokena, so I was like, everyone was like thinking that you had the idol. It was you were Polly. But I don't know, I had the strongest inkling that you had it. And I'm so sad you went out like that because first you could have went out with an idol in your hand, and we'll find out later or not. But then the second thing is that like it left everyone in the air for like the rest of the idol, like rest of the merge was like, who was the idol? Is it Polly or Fabi? Polly or Fabi? And thanks for not confirming that with us. But anyway, amazing person.
You want to go next, Emma?
Yeah, I'll go real quick. Fabi, I told you to play your idol. I told you to play it. I didn't know if you had it or not, but I told you on our call, which was nice, but I wish I got to learn more about you. Yeah, you're somebody I would also like definitely like to see in a game in the future because I do feel like we didn't like get to collaborate a lot. So yeah, definitely like somebody who I would love to run into and say hi to again. Maybe in Germany, probably not though.
So Fabi is one of the most chill people I've ever met. Like nothing seems like it can phase him and things like that. And even though like nobody knew he was who he was actually close to and like where he was in the game, I still feel like if he survived that like 5-person tribal, I think he still would have made it pretty deep. Um, I still do not know to this day if he has the idol or not. He did not tell me, but that's I guess we'll find out later. But Fabi is the type of bro that like I would hang out with. Like he just seems like cool and fun. Like he plays poker and he drinks. Jesus, I've never seen someone every freaking time I ask them what they're doing, they're drinking. And like even I remember the one day, I don't know why this made me laugh so much, but I asked like, "Oh, what are you doing?" He's like, drinking." I'm like, "Oh, what is your drink of choice?" And he's like, "Wine, lemon vodka." And I'm like, "Lemon vodka? What vodka already tastes terrible enough, and are you adding fucking lemon to it?" And like that was just super funny for me because I'm like, Jesus, I would love to know how his immune system feels like because I take 2 drops of brandy and I'm dead on the floor. But I love Fabi. He made this again, another one like Z. He made this so fun for me. It didn't even feel like a game at times when playing with Fabi. It just felt like I was talking to my bud. Um, so I love Fabi. It's awesome.
I was gonna ask or add. I also asked him what his drink of choice is for a certain night, and he was drinking a Jägermeister. And then I searched it up, and it says that it's like, or he said that it's healthy because it has herbs and stuff. I was like, then I searched it up, and it was like 35% alcohol, and I was like, it looks like it's healthy in moderate amounts. And he's like, yeah, no, I didn't drink it moderate, and I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, it was a good vibe.
You guys don't know what Jägermeister is?
Nope, I had to Google it.
It's very
Oh,
popular.
I do.
It's very nice.
I also know what
healthy
Underberg is. I
in
love
moderate amounts.
Underberg.
Jaeger is yeah, as Alex said, the devil, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
In
Yeah, I have
alcohol.
opposite opinion. That's crazy.
Nobody who loves themselves enjoys Jaeger. I said it. I'm not going to apologize for it.
Okay,
Get
so the
wrecked.
reunion
If
question.
you like
we asked
Jaeger,
Bobby,
you
he's
can't.
okay.
You cannot love Jaeger and love yourself. The two are mutually. Sorry.
Like Malort.
Oh, all right. Love Bobby. Bobby, again, of course, was also one of our returnees from just season Japan. Cassie is next.
Uh,
I have. Oh, or I guess I'll go. I'll go after because you could go first, Kyle. Or I don't know who wants to go first.
Yeah, Kyle, go first. I need a sec to think.
okay, I'll go first. I love Cassie. I only met her at the merge, like I wasn't on pre-merge tribes with her, but immediately like we bonded over the fact that we know like 2 people outside of this game, like and just she's very like vulnerable. She will talk about anything and everything, like her kids, like her life choices, her like mental struggles and things like that. And I think it's really commendable to be vulnerable like that, especially with people you're just meeting for the first time. Um, and I like even just my like social connection with Cassie. Like I know that like Davey Ryan didn't go so good for us, but even then, like it was a big thing for me to want to save Cassie that round. And it wasn't like even mainly strategic. It was just because I was like, I want to keep playing with her. She seems really cool. Um, but she's a vibe. Like she also was someone that made it like super easy to like talk in chats and stuff. Like hey, you're down to VC? Sure. Like she would get the party pumping every time. And she can talk. She can sure should talk. But she's just a vibe. Like I know with Cassie, like I wouldn't even need to make conversation. She'll make it for me. Um, like she's the best. Social queen for sure.
Yeah. I basically everything you said, Kyle. Like I loved it. Like Cassie was my actually my second longest call on OG Cabras. And it was just so much fun to talk about life. I'm gonna give everyone a little comparison. Like I feel like Cassie's like a big sister, like from a family that I'm definitely not part of, but like I can like she could give me advice and like everything and like tell me like Kyle mentioned, like her life journey, like just everything. Like I loved hearing from her. And I don't know, I also consider myself a talker, but I think a lot of people will find that I ask questions a lot more than I talk. But I do love how Cassie is very like I don't know, I think it's like an open like it's an equivalent relationship. Like she will ask questions too. And like I don't know, I loved listening to her. She was also someone who would like hop in the VC, you know, her house was wide open. I talked about how I'm gonna go to Vegas in March and she was like, you could stay with me. Like it's so like she's just like that kind of lovable person. Definitely big sister vibes. And yeah, I
Mhm.
love talking to Cassie. We our game relationship was like only it was like it was like not really there. Other than like the Spice Girls, which I didn't make promises to, but you know, other people thought I did. So it was a little hard to see you go, but especially with all that went on that round. But yeah, I did love you social. Yeah, social queen for sure.
Cassie. Oh, that round was so hard where you went home because I made it so hard for everybody because I did not want to vote you out. Yeah, no, I love talking to you. Same thing that everybody said. Um, I really like talking to you about like our like passion for animals too. And like I remember you like, I like wrote down like names of people that you recommended to me. You were like, oh, if you're ever like here, I know this person that I think you would like really get along with. You guys would be friends, like stuff like that. It's just so open. I loved getting to watch you clean out your closet. I was so impressed that you did that all in one day. That was insane. Yeah, another person I'm definitely going to reach out to as like a friend in the future.
Alrighty then. Next up, Irie.
Who wants to go first?
I could go first. I keep thinking about all the lengths of calls I've had. After TJ, Hyrie, I had the longest swap tribe call with Hyrie. We bonded over Zelda. I think we bond. I think that was one of our main things. And then like, I don't know, just Hyrie was also one of those people who's so easy to talk to. Like, I can't even list the different topics that we had because it was just like so smooth to transition between them. And yeah, I just love Tyree. He also like after the whole Mona round, he sent me a message and everything. Just like obviously he was one of the people who voted for me, and it was just so easy for him to like I don't know, like make a plan action afterwards. It was like, hey, sorry, I voted for you, but like let's move forward together. And like we sort of did. Like we did sort of have like different interests in mind. I think in this round it was like I think I was the target in your mind, even though that's not how it went down. But I don't know. I thought you were so easy to talk to, so fun. I would love to play a game with you again. And I know we sort of played a game in the beginning of this year, but we never got to cross paths. So I'm very happy we got to cross paths here. And yeah, I don't know. It was so fun to talk to. So yeah.
I'll go next, Eleanor, if you don't want to. Okay. Hyrie was the only person I knew coming into the game, but we barely knew of each other. I played a mini with him, I put him on the block, and then he got voted out. It was a Big Brother game. But Hyrie, like Jude said, is very, very easy to talk to. He's very smooth with his words and stuff. Like there were times where like we did argue and stuff like that, but it didn't go back to like, okay, normal Hyrie and Kyle time. And he was a vibe to talk to. Like no offense, I just met you guys, but he was my number one on my trust rankings in that swap tribe. He was definitely a favorite for me. I know things got a little bit rocky for us at merge and especially at final eights, but he was a vibe. I love Irie. It was so, and I got to learn so much more about him this game because like before this we were like friends, but it was more like okay we know of each other. It's not really like okay we're like solid friends where I feel like we did become that this game. So I'm excited to talk to him after the game. He's another one for sure.
Hi, Ree. We had a fun dynamic. I think we would have made like really, really good TV together too, and like in real life. Um, I actually like adore you and like never ever had anything personal against you. Even like the night of tribal, the morning after, I was always cool with Tyree. When we had our little spat, I was all me, my bad. And then yeah, I really, really loved when we finally got on another call later in the game. It just happened to be like the round that I was finally gonna vote you out. So it is sad that like I actually did feel like you were trying to work with me that round, but it felt it felt like we were working together in a way that like I was like, oh, so we were never really working together before. This is Tyree, like when he's talking game to you. So like I knew it was your time to go. But yeah, I'm excited to talk to you again too.
So one thing about Hyrie is he is like very strategic. I feel like he was the only one, like, no disrespect to anybody else, but he was the only one like smart enough to like wanting to make a big move or wanting to clock like somebody from this trio. So I think he was very smart in that sense of like he had a pulse in the game, and even if like things weren't going his way, he would like wouldn't take it personally. He also wasn't someone who was afraid to say what he feels. Like if he has to go at it with Eleanor, he's gonna go at it with Eleanor. He's gonna go at it with me, he's gonna go at it with me. He wasn't and normally like people fake it in these games to like, keep up that social and strategic rapport with people. I respected that about him, that he wasn't like about that. You'll always know where you stand with Hyrie, unless he's trying to blindside you.
I still think it was hilarious, and I get that like it was a rocky relationship between Eleanor and Hyrie, but like hearing that like Hyrie wanted to work with Eleanor to vote me out was like
That's
very
crazy.
uncaught because like I don't know, I would have risked it with anyone else other than Eleanor, like to if there was a plan to actually vote me out. But yeah, that was funny. So like definitely like I guess it was a good risk. It was a calculated risk Hyrie took. He probably considered it, like considering that he
Uh-oh.
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 Love it when this happens.
Oh God.
Jude.
No. I will good. I have time to eat really quick.
Yes. Grab a quick bite. We'll wait a second for Jude.
I feel so rude eating during these, but I'm so hungry.
I know, yeah, you guys. Well, yeah, it's what, almost nine
Hey,
o'clock.
look.
So, yeah.
Hey, look, eating is one thing. At least you're not getting drunk, like some of us might have.
Hey, Jude's back. There we go.
I know, guys, it's really tragic. I wish I was at home, but the electricity is still out. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, we're just gonna have to suffer.
Oh, no worries. Are we done with Irie? Sorry. All right, I'll move on. Next up, Danny.
Can I go first? Okay, I love Danny. I think Eleanor said it one time in a VC to Danny. If she was around more, Danny would be running this shit. She would be sitting here, unanimous win. Danny was a vibe. I think the only thing that got in the way for her was like schooling and exams and stuff like that. But I think if she was around more, she really could have taken control of this game. Like from what I knew, she was already like killing it on Bonbon. Like everyone wanted to work with her. She was the longest to survive out of them all, and she was just really killing it. And I just love joking around with her. She would like ask me, I would like ask her 10 minutes before tribal, Danny, where are you voting? What are you doing? Like in all caps. And she'd be like, that's a good question. I'll need to think about it. I'm like, girl, we literally have 10 minutes. But Danny was such a vibe. Like we made so much inside jokes. I used to troll her the same way I trolled Eleanor. I'm like, Danny, I think it's you tonight. I'm thinking it's unanimous on you. And she'd be like, it's unanimous on me. I'll vote for Z. When Z was already out of the game. Um, but I don't know. Danny was again one of those people who made the game like so freaking fun for me. Talking to her was like, yeah, I'm like wondering where the hell her vote is gonna go every time, which was like a bit annoying strategically, but like socially, she made up for it for sure. I fucking love Danny. She's a vibe.
I'll go like really quickly because I have to change locations. But I love talking to Danny. We unfortunately never got to hop on a call together, but we would send voice notes, and I could just tell she was just this lovable, like very social person. When she won touchy subjects, I was like, oh shit, this girl like knows what's going on in this game. And like I thought that was a little scary. I was like, okay, how can I like work with her more? So like, she's like also like not gonna get me out next. Yeah, I love talking to her. Yeah, it's sad we didn't have much of an overlap like time wise. And like, yeah, she was busy with life, which is like very respectful. Like, I could not imagine playing this kind of game when I was 18. So, like such a vibe. Yeah, I agree. This was like this Queen Danny. This is Queen Danny.
I love Danny so much too. This is like the Church of Danny. I I wanted to play with you the second I saw your intro video, and I was so like bummed we didn't get swapped together on the tribe swap. Um, but I was super happy that we like had the all girl thing. I think that like yeah, like everybody said, I think you could like win one of these for sure. So and I really hope that I get to see you again and again because like even though we were kind of like working together, we didn't really get to like talk as much as either of us wanted to. So I was really, really happy to get to talk to you the night that like of live night. Um, I did not want to vote for you. I needed you to tell me to my face to vote for you. So I'm happy I got to like see you and confirm that.
All righty. Moving along. Rocky.
Do you want to go first, Eleanor? I need time to think. Or Jude.
I'll go first. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. I loved Rocky so so much. And like I know this like, that round was definitely so hurtful considering that was like my idol. Like I think that was the worst part because that was my idol and I voted for you and I did say I would not vote for you. So, that was honestly a horrible, like not even gameplay move, but just horrible like personally because I don't know. I would have rather not give you my word and then do that. But otherwise, like, oh my gosh, like I know like other like in the game wise, when we got to merge and we reunited and like I just heard you strategically talk, I was like, oh my God, like I'm obsessed with this guy. Because like I don't know, I felt like you had so many like plans and like before merge, since we never got to do any social talk, like just hearing that like or not we didn't get to do any strategy talk just like you doing that like in that moment was like oh my gosh, okay, we're gonna run this merge. And unfortunately I did have other plans too because my final three, it was the trio I end up going with. But like I like I don't know, so much fun to talk to. And like our I keep talking about longest calls, but I think our like Cabras, like I think you were my longest call or tied with Cassie. But like there is just so much to learn. There is so much more to learn. So I can't wait to go back and talk to you. But yeah, I don't know. I love Rocky so much. And like everything way everything went down, like I feel for you, especially with the round where Hyrie went home and you were excluded out of that plan. Like, I don't know. I feel so bad because I don't know. I didn't treat you with respect in this game, which I think you treated me with respect. So I love you so much. And yeah, I'm very sorry with how it went down. And yeah.
I'll go next. Or do you want to go, Eleanor?
I kind of want to go, yeah, and then you can go. Rocky was definitely my biggest competition this entire game, and I knew it. It sucked though because Rocky was like the first person to like extend a really big gesture to me strategically in the game, which was to tell me to talk to Jude because Jude had seen me in the idol hunt because I didn't know people could see each other. So I really trusted Rocky and wanted to work. I wanted to work with him. And then when he and Cassie got in my chat, I was so fucking excited. And I was like, we're going to do this. We're going to like get to the merge and regroup. And then we get to the merge, and I'm like, oh, Rocky and Jude are like tight. Rocky and Owen are like tight. Rocky, everybody loves Rocky. Oh no, like, and so I did kind of avoid building like a super close relationship with you because I knew that I was gonna come for you the moment I got the opportunity to. Um, but another person who I really, really enjoyed getting to know and like somebody I feel like I can talk to about anything. Um, yeah. I would also love to play with Rocky again, but we would just probably take each other out. Okay.
Okay, so I freaking love Rocky. I only met up with him at the merge, like Cassie. I wasn't on pre-merge tribes with him, but like we would like start by sending 40-second voice notes, then it would go all the way slowly to like 15 minutes each. And we and we just had a really, really like good relationship and good like social rapport with each other. He's the only other ogre I know in this game that actually knows who Terry Jo is and shares my love for her. Um, I love Rocky. Like his social game was so fucking good that even talking to him and hearing like his thoughts and stuff, like what Jude said, like I'm like just hearing the way that he talks. I know you want to work with me, but damn, I don't want to sit with that at the end. I can't compete with that. Um, but I feel like he was a very like balanced player as well. He was like super good socially, super good strategically, and he just had that like edge that I'm like, damn, I low-key want to be on jury to vote for this guy. Like he is such a vibe, and I feel bad. Like I didn't even get the time to like tell him that I'm voting for him or that he's going or anything. I wasn't in the breakout rooms with him at all. Um, but he's legit a vibe. Like I genuinely enjoyed every single conversation with Rocky. It was a bit rocky. Like when I left him out of votes and stuff, I was prepared for, oh God, Rocky's gonna have a full meltdown in our one-on-one. And it happened, but he was very good at like bouncing back and like kind of, making you feel like, we're all good, like there and there. I kind of do feel bad, like same boat as Jude. I kind of screwed him over a bit, but he was cool. I really
I
hope
want
he.
to say on that point, and man, the thought is running away from me, and I lost it. Fuck, it'll come back to me. I saw Eleanor on.
No, it's okay. I was just saying, I really hope he wants to be my friend after this. He's cool.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna say, but I also wanted to add that if we're talking about Halloween costumes, like Rocky ate down in his like, oh my gosh, like a sexy Power Ranger. Like, also we had that VC where we were all talking about our childhood games or like our childhood things, and I thought it was so wholesome how someone, I think it was, I can't remember if it was a Hyrie or Rocky. Someone mentioned that Power Rangers was also their favorite. It's cute how there's like that little connection, like a thin line of connection between two people. Um, but yeah, I wanted to equate Rocky to like I have a big brother, but Rocky would be a better big brother. Yeah, yeah,
He's awesome.
yeah, yeah. Was
Oh.
there? Yeah,
Super hot too. Like probably,
yeah.
I'm actually shocked Rocky didn't get most attractive cast member.
I like this. This was a hard cast. Like I think
Yeah, I voted
literally
for you, dude.
everyone was hot. I don't even know how I got votes. I'm sorry,
I
guys.
voted for
Like
you. God, nobody voted for
Actually,
me.
Rocky is my favorite because he voted for me on that one.
Oh, right. Well, did he
Rocky
vote
was the
for
only
you
one.
or did he vote for you as the majority? Because there's a difference. Like I
Yeah,
voted for Jude.
in my heart, he voted for me.
Hmm.
that's funny. Yeah, no, this is. I think we went for hottest cast. Like, I'm
Yeah,
surprised there were no showmances. Like, what the fuck? I'm
that
sorry.
you know of.
Like that was something on my bingo card, and no one has succeeded it. I was
That
so sad.
you know of.
Wait, girl, don't leave me
I'm
hanging.
kidding.
Like
I'm
what?
kidding. Oh, what's on my shirt?
Oh my gosh.
All right, moving right along. Owen.
I'm
Owen,
gonna go
Owen.
last for this. I have a lot to say.
Oh my gosh, the fact that I've been like checking Owen's like boot posts for the comments, and it keeps going. Went
Me
from
too.
8, and it's at 16. Now it's at like 21. I think it's like, I don't know if it's at 32 or making it up, but we made a lot of people mad with that vote. Like
We
Owen
made
is
the right
so
choice.
loved, and I loved him. And I think the craziest part is that he didn't see it. like the fact that like if we took him to the end, he would have beat that, he would have won that immunity and he would have won. And the fact that I don't know, I feel like maybe it was part of his grand scheme was to downplay his likability, but Owen was so likable. Like, oh my gosh, we had such a good first call together. We didn't talk anything of the game, which was like really fun. We talked about musicals. He's an actor, real estate agent, and like, of course, I was gonna cling on to the actor part because I love musicals. So it was interesting to hear about his journey. He shared his resume and like everything he's been in. And I'm like, this man is so talented. Like, what the heck? And he's so likable, so easy to talk to. I think I just can't with that last round where he's like, I would not win because people don't only vote like I bet that, I'm pretty sure in another timeline where we took him, he wins immunity. We're all sitting there with 0 votes and Owen has 10. So amazing guy. Like I think like yeah, I just amazing guy. Just the way the cards like laid out, like if he didn't win that, it was over for him. So yeah, love Owen. Yeah.
Yeah, Owen probably would have clean sweeped you guys. I would have been on the jury and I would have voted for Owen. Because let's be real, if he won that immunity, I would not have been at final three. Owen was the first person to clock me as a threat in the game. Um, and I knew that. So I kind of knew like it was okay to vote for Owen. And then I did try to work with Owen again. I fucking loved Owen. Owen, I said this, I think in confessionals too, but like I barely got to talk to Owen and he was still, I liked him more than like most of the cast. I mean, I like a lot of the cast too, but it's competitive. Like Owen is like another hot, funny cast member, like very, very good. Um, but had to go. Sorry, buddy. Another person who I would love to see in a game again because we didn't get the opportunity to collaborate like ever, actually. Um, so that would be really fun. I think that you would be a really, really good ally if we were on the same side. Yeah.
I love Owen. I love him so much. I would like have calls with him at like the same time, like every night or every like tribal day. Like, and we would say, okay, we're only gonna call for 30 minutes this time. Then it would lead to like 2 3 hour calls. And then it is so fucking easy to talk to Owen, and like we come from the same like Facebook community or some of the same Facebook games I've seen him play in. But it's kind of wild that we met you on Discord. But we shared our love for the same people. Like I remember the first like time I felt really solid about Owen was when, funny story, I think I told you guys, like when we were doing that one challenge, it was the memory challenge that Eleanor won. And I'm like, Owen, should I take an edible like before the challenge? And he's like, yes. And so like that was the start of our relationship, is him sabotaging me in the challenge. But I love Owen. I like we bonded about like having like South African friends and like wine, and just it is so freaking easy to talk to him. I low-key just wanted to take him to the end like as a friend thing, but then I'm like, oh wait, but he's gonna win unanimously. I can't do that, Kyle. I love Owen. He's such a sweetheart. And also he's the most Canadian person I've ever met. Like I don't generally I've met one Canadian here in real life, but he's the most typical Canadian. Like he will pop off on you in the nicest way, and then he'll apologize and be like, sorry, that was very
You're okay. That is exactly it. You're so right. I didn't even think about that as such a Canadian thing. I
Mhm.
actually loved how Owen did that. That was probably my favorite trait about him was like after a vote, it'd be like, oh, so you did this. Like, what the fuck was that? And then like I don't know, like I had a bad habit of replying very late. So then I'd get double texted and the next post would be like, oh, I'm sorry I said that. I wasn't thinking. I'm like, no, Owen, you're so valid for your feelings. It was like, I don't know. I thought that was actually like probably crazy to say, but that was one of my favorite things. Like, I don't know. I thought that was so fun.
Yeah.
I had a little crush on Owen before I realized he was gay. Just a
Oh, so
little
that's one of
one.
your crushes. We got one more to figure out then.
Teeny weeny bobini crush. He's
That's
just
cute.
beautiful. Beautiful
He
man.
is beautiful.
Beautiful
Like
man.
that's why like I feel like it's not that you choose to be an actor. I feel like the actor life chooses you and that's based on how you look. So, you know.
Yeah. Beautiful man.
Yes.
All righty. Last but not least, Polly.
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 I'll go second for this one.
Okay. I could go first. Like I guess mine is a little short, but like me and Polly, we got on a call like probably once, and this was right before I can't even remember which vote this was, but it was such a chill call. I mainly got my like learning experience with Polly through VCs, to try VCs. So I love talking to him. Like he like just listening to him. Actually, that was my favorite thing, was just listening to him. Learning about Eurovision, that was probably my favorite thing. He's so passionate about it, and it was so cute because that was something that I as like I just completely did not know about it, and I just loved hearing the passion. So yeah, I was like, I don't know, I love talking to Polly. Game wise, it was always like, hey, I'm not voting for you, and he's like, I'm not voting for you either, and we were like, good, and then that was it. Except for this last round where, I was like, hey Polly, I'm unfortunately voting for you, and he was like, I understand, and like I don't know, that kind of like broke my heart a little bit. I was like, like after this whole game, like, Polly's name was on the chopping block every single round. It was Polly or Z, it was Polly or Cassie, it was Polly or, literally all the time. And that, like, I could imagine that, like, takes a toll on you. So, I don't know, like, I guess in a non-game wise reason, just like personally, I was like always letting him know at least I wasn't voting for him. But yeah, no, I like this. I love this guy. Like, and oh my gosh, most wholesome moment in the game is when he announced that, like, he's dating his boyfriend. His boyfriend is his boyfriend. And I thought that was so wholesome. I'm happy he shared that moment with us. Like, I don't know, feel so loved. Like, okay.
Polly is like the definition of a little brother for me. He fucking got on my nerves sometimes, but I love him. He's amazing. Like I started with him on Pequena, and he was actually in probably the best spot out of anybody on that tribe. Everybody loved Polly. So like I also think he really played a solid game. Like I'm sure if he was sitting next to two of us and the other one was on jury, he was winning this for sure. Um, but I think that Polly was like a really genuine person. Like I don't think he like fakes anything or is whatever. He's not one of those people that like change their personalities for a game. I think what you see is what you get with Polly, and that's where I really felt with him and Z. Like they were like, well, Z was like my xenophobic cool uncle, but the Polly was like my little brother. Um, but he was like so genuine, so cool. Um, I don't get how he got so many votes in this game, and like I voted for him on the Z vote, knowing he wasn't going, and even then it like broke my heart a little. And then actually voting him out, like felt like shit. I don't know how the hell people voted for him like 4 times. But he was cool. I love Polly.
Oh, this was really, it was so, the poly vote was so hard. I mean, it was always my plan. I was never gonna not go to the final three with the club, but if I could have like had that kind of alliance with anybody else, it would have been like probably Polly. I trusted Polly so much. I never ever worried about him writing my name down. I felt like we had like such an instant kinship and like friendship. And I don't know. Yeah, Polly's somebody who I feel like I could like call in the middle of the night if I ever need to talk to somebody. And he made me laugh so much and cry so much. God, every time I see his like little picture, I'm like, baby. But yeah, I'll say more nice stuff to your face, but I love Polly, and I like, yeah, I was really happy you got to go super far in the game with me because I didn't want to ever like stop playing with you. Yeah, yeah, we all love Polly.
And I think it's so commendable that he went from first juror to like last juror, even though I know obviously he would have loved to go farther than that. But I think that's just such a cool improvement to have. Like, I don't know. I love like comparing stats. I loved, yeah, that he passed out his stats when he was like, in his exit speech. But like, I don't know. Yeah, Polly was great.
I actually worked the stats out after just to see if it was accurate. And
Girl,
then what was it? The 16 votes.
16 votes. Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's accurate because I actually
Yeah,
like
right. That's the most amount of votes anyone
Yeah.
in this game, right? Yeah.
Also, Paulie downplaying his game as well. Like I know Owen and him both did that, and it was probably strategy, but like he like that the fact that people were voting for him fucking every single round and he never went home, like he made it so far. And I don't believe what he said about not being able to like communicate his game clearly just because he speaks a different language, because he I don't know, whenever I talked to Polly, I felt like he communicated like I don't know, like really, really well with me in a way where like I felt like I don't know, he like communicated in a way where it felt like super personal and emotional and intelligent and like yeah. So I think you would have destroyed Final Tribal, Polly.
Hmm.
Agreed. Oh,
Alrighty.
what a journey.
Where's the picture of Kyle all grayed out?
Oh,
Wow.
the
So there
jury.
is your jury that will be,
Oh, look at
I
them.
know. And speaking of, yeah, that there's that wonderful picture of you three. Once
Uh,
again,
Oh, look at it.
congratulations on making it to
Smoking.
this point.
oh my
Look at
gosh.
our
It's so
season 10
crazy.
final three babies. I'm obsessed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That's actually crazy.
This is
yeah.
weird.
Say something about ourselves.
I'm so
Please
Say
do.
something about each other.
Go right
I would
ahead.
love to.
Mm, I don't know. I don't have much to say.
I'll go first. I'll
Um,
go first. Okay, so my like so going down the list, right? I took notes after watching the intro videos. I took notes of what I wanted to say to everyone, and then like for you, Eleanor, I was gonna mention your crafts and your cat, and I don't even think that. Oh, and the fact that you're in Portland, I think I mentioned those, and I think we like never talked about those ever again, which I actually truly loves because that's just a symbol to me of like a flowing relationship and like flowing conversation. And I don't know, like I'm like not to sound sexist, but I've never played a game with a woman as my number one before, and I don't even know like why. Like I think like we could all everything always goes back to your family. I didn't have sisters, so obviously that doesn't make me like I like my best friends are all women, so like that doesn't make me like I don't know. But I literally never played a game, and I was just so happy like when you like opened up to me in the first call and we talked about like the idol how we talked about game and like you were the first one to talk game to me. Like I was like, oh my god, this is it. Like I'm going to have like the best relationship with this girl and I don't know, I was so happy, especially the fact that you're in Portland, you're so close. I was like, this is gonna be my new best friend, like, and I don't know, I was like beyond ecstatic. Of course like the Cassie Gate happened and I was like, oh my gosh, did I just get fucked over by my best friend? And like I was a little mad, if I'm being honest. I did record like two 10-minute long confessionals because I think that shows like 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 I don't know, like that just shows how much like I love our relationships. I was like, there is
Oh,
no way this actually happened. I
there's a
could
confessional
dissect
of
everything.
me crying from that round. Just
Oh
talking
my
about
god, it was
you.
like yeah, it
I
was
thought about
it
deleting
was
it. I'm gonna
crazy.
keep it up. Whatever.
No, I'm curious to see. I didn't post mine, so I could also send them. But anyway, like I'm so happy we moved past that. And I know it was like that sneaky little you leaving the idol hut that like brought me back to but I love that you did that. And like I am beyond proud of how many immunities you've won and like just how you've like proved yourself like in this game and literally going from your this is your second game ever to make it to final three is so impressive. So yes, I love you so much. I am like so happy to have played this game with you. It's crazy that we have a mutual. It's crazy how that mutual both fucked us over at one point. Yeah,
To be fair,
that is my yeah, it was such a fun ride.
I actually did
Yes.
fuck
Yeah.
Riazzo over first. I might have, I don't know if
Oh,
that part in the
actually, well, I did
story,
too. You're right. I did
but
too. So we both fucked him over and he fucked us over worse. So, uh, yeah. But oh my gosh. So, okay, I could go for Kyle. Oh my gosh, Kyle, like I cannot believe you put your trust in me because like I yes, I was chaotic that round. I was in too many alliances and you had every reason to vote me out. I am so happy that you did not and you like told me like, Jude, what are you doing? Like what the fuck are you doing? And you just came up to truth with me. That was like honestly, I had zero reason not to trust you from then. Even though, I know after that vote, and I have never lived it down, I messaged you and I was like, LOL, because I thought you did vote for me anyway. So like, but beyond that, like just talking to you, like we had such long calls. I've loved getting to know you, joining in the VC calls where you talk about like your life, your family, your sisters. You've like, like we've got into like biggest regrets. We talked about that. Like I love how you are so able. You're so easily personable. I like I mentioned with Eleanor, my number ones are always male and they're always not straight. Not to divulge to the world your background, but like it just
Yeah,
happens to work
thanks.
out like that. And I am so like I am telling you, I was conflicted after I met you, and we're telling the list and we're talking about who our number ones are. I was like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to choose between Eleanor and Kyle? And unfortunately, it was Eleanor for a lot of the time. I did have to switch it to Kyle after Cassie Gate, but like I have like I don't know, like to be in a trio with the two of you has literally been everything to me. And like I don't know how to ever express that, like, or ever like even think that I'll find this in another game before, because it's like I don't know, sometimes when you're at the peak you're never going to get to another higher peak or one that's similar. So um but yeah, I have loved like ranting to you, Kyle, and you also rant equally to me. Like it was like such a good relationship. I cannot like I don't even know how to express how much I loved playing with you two and like loved getting to know you guys as people. Like I don't know, I hope we continue these relationships because like
Mhm.
I could keep going, but I'm gonna choose not to because I'm gonna start crying. I don't want to cry.
Yeah.
But yeah, but love you both so much. Like yeah, yeah.
Kyle,
That was so
I
cute.
want to get it out of my system before I do start crying. Um, I feel the same way, everything Jude said. Um, I definitely feel that like sister relationship with you, which is part of why I think I like didn't always talk to you like a friend. I talk to you like a sister, which
Yeah.
means like I like I'm kind of bitchy. But I have so much respect for you. And like I don't know, I never really considered not going to the end with you and Kyle. Um, I didn't think I was gonna be as much of a contender. So I kind of like I locked in with you guys and I was like, I'm it's not like they're gonna win, but I don't really care. And then now I'm like, okay, now I have a shot. But like I was already locked in before that. Just like it was one of those relationships where it's like it is personal with both of you guys. Like it's very personal. But it's also like you were the people we could like argue and like discuss where we wanted the vote to go so that it could benefit all of us. And like it was so collaborative. It is going to be hard like trying to like separate our games, but like I don't know, it made me feel very like seen as like a person and a player. And yeah, I had the best time with you guys. I wanted to like play with people that I was having fun with, and we had the most fun. Um, Even when Kyle would fucking tell me he was gonna vote me out every round, gave me so much stress and anxiety. Oh my god, I have tea about that. Kyle, did I ever tell you that I put my name out there on accident?
Yeah,
Um,
you did.
I did because Kyle told me it was gonna be me, and I freaked out, and I
Was
told
that Cassie
somebody
Gate?
else. No, it was
Oh,
like really early in the merge, and I like it was like maybe the first vote or something. And I think I told like Owen or somebody. I was like, I heard my name. Are you hearing my name? And then oh no, I think I told Tyree or somebody.
oh, this was Davies vote. Okay,
And
yeah.
then Owen and I were comparing names we'd heard, and Owen like listed my name, and I was like, oh, I think I put my name out there on accident.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
goodness.
I love playing with you guys, and I'm gonna even if you guys don't want to talk to me, I'm gonna be pinging both of you. Um, and yeah, I don't. We'll talk more later, but Kyle's turn.
Okay, I'll go. I'll start off with Jude. The funniest thing in this game for me was when Jude came to me after the Mona vote. She's like, lol, I'm like, hop on a VC with me, girl. And then we hopped on. Jude getting angry. I saw that twice in this game. Jude getting angry is the funniest shit. Like,
It's
because you
scary.
always see, it's scary as hell. Yeah, I've never seen Jude like that. But the first time I saw it, she was like, why did you have to do all that just to vote for me? And then I'm like, whoa, golly, I voted Dave. and then and then like seeing her mad for the first time, I'm like, there's no way I want to talk to her. She's hilarious. And then the second time was obviously by the like Cassie thing, and then I was like, whoa. But man, I knew probably full transparency, it probably would have been best for me to like turn on this three, but I just couldn't. You guys were like my biggest social connections in the game and just fun to laugh with. Um, like I don't know, my calls with Jude, like I would say, okay, like I'm like a side goal is for me to not laugh on this call. Like I'm gonna try and do it, and I would just fail miserably every time. And it's super easy to talk to Jude. Um, but and then with Eleanor, oh my God, you pissed me off so much. It was in like a funny trolling way. Like, oh my God, like Eleanor would make me so paranoid. Like when she told me I'm the new TJ and that fucking Katabara thing started, I had so much paranoia. I was like, oh God, like
I
is
was
that?
just mad.
But I really enjoyed my relationship with Eleanor. When I first got onto the swap drives, I'll say I already told Eleanor I had like a little crush on Eleanor. I had a little crush on Eleanor when we got on the swap drives together, and I'm like, Carl, you got to be strategic.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I never told anybody. I never told.
Don't use it against
Dude.
me, FTC.
Jude doesn't even know, so now she knows. But
Oh wait, this was and this could have been a showmance.
no,
You were
no,
telling
no,
me
no,
third wheeling.
no, no. Sorry, Kyle.
Yeah, that's fine. But
No. But he told me about his crush later, and I never
yeah,
told him.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I
that's
just,
cute.
I just wasn't gonna tell anybody else because I didn't want anybody to use it against me. So don't use it against me at FTC. But it went away after a while when she started to like annoy me and shit. But um,
That's so valid.
I fucking love playing with you guys. Like there was like so many different other alliances and stuff, and people like wanting to work with the different combinations with us. And I've never seen this in a game with like I've seen like duos and like alliances and stuff, but I've never seen like such a strong alliance or such a strong trio stick together the whole way throughout. Even if we did agree at Cassie and at Hyrie, but even if we did agree on those things, like we still voted together. I think at every single merge tribal council.
Except for the Z Poly vote. Yes. We all voted correctly except
Also, I didn't vote for TJ, so
Yeah.
Oh wait, what?
She lost her
I lost my vote.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Okay, I think also I thought it was hilarious, like when we were talking about number ones, and like I don't know, there was like the one call where I told Eleanor I lost my vote, and then I hopped on call and pretended to tell you both. Like I'm sure you got some vibe. I did that a lot in this game.
You did it with the idol twice.
You did it with the idol too.
No, I did it with the idol only once. I told you, and then I hopped on call and told Davey for the first time. But with
you
the
told
second,
us both at the same time. Pretend.
yeah, no. But no, I didn't tell Davey. Davey didn't know about the idol until that call.
Really? Oh, that makes
the second time when I did tell Kyle first about the idol, and then I told you, and then I hopped. It was really,
but but you also gave it to me.
Yeah. I was yeah.
So like we're all good there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the idol hunt. The idol hunt. Oh my gosh, that was the most fun to do collaboratively. I know it got a little stressful, especially with that fucking connections clue. Because why would you make it plural in one spot and not in others? Yeah. Anyway, that like, oh my, we would have found that idol in 2 seconds had we known.
Yeah.
But doing the idol hunt was so fun with you, Eleanor, and then it was so funny to watch Kyle try to figure it out. Like during that round after the Cassie vote, Kyle was trying to join it, and he entered the command in our. And she's just like, not here. I was like,
so believable that when Kyle did it, it's like, no, that was a genuine accident. Like, he did not know. Unless this was all a farce, Kyle. Like, I've always said in my like confessionals that Kyle could be like pretending. Like, I know Discord's confusing, but like I'm also fairly new to Discord, and I read the rules and can understand how to insert a question mark and then dashes in between words. But I what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. I forget what it was. Oh well, there was one time, Kyle, where I did think you voted for me. I thought you voted for me instead of Rocky, and I was so pissed.
I
But
voted for Rocky.
well,
I
you were the
thought Jude
only
voted for you.
you. I
But
actually
I
never
voted
thought
for
you
Ryan.
did it. I never thought Jude voted for me. I thought it was between. I thought like I was like, here's why Jude might, here's why Polly might, here's why Kyle might. But honestly, it doesn't really affect my game at this point. Like we're going to final three as long as we get Owen out. So yeah, I thought Kyle did it as a strategy move, like to put a rift between me and Jude. And
No,
I was like, that
I
is so
swear I
fucking
voted
smart.
Rocky.
I was like, if he did that, he's a fucking genius, and I'm not even mad at him about it. I'm just mad that like it happened. But I actually didn't really care if like it was one of you guys because I was like past that point. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and also like you were playing your idol on me, Jude. So like I'm not,
Does that count as my idol play? Actually, I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
I think it does.
Yeah.
Um, and then um and then Kyle like knew the idol was getting played. It's like either way at that point I was like, okay, well like we're so close to the end. I'm not like gonna investigate this
You know,
at all.
you know what the fucked up thing was? I don't know if you remember, Jude. We were in the breakout room with Rocky. The only person that wasn't in that breakout room was Eleanor. And then Rocky was like, I just want you guys to vote with me. If she does idle me out, that's fine. But I just want you guys to vote.
Oh,
That's when I'm like, oh
Yeah.
fuck.
oh
That broke my
God.
heart. And then Rocky left, right? And then Paul and then I had to address the room because it was Polly and Kyle. I think Owen wasn't there either, but I was like, so I know the plan is to vote for Rocky, but are you guys still doing it? And Polly said yes, but I think that's when he did vote for you. I think because of Rocky's, and that's where I was like, oh my gosh, fuck, I should vote for Eleanor too because I know like. So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, that was definitely such a hard point to like go against what he said. Anyway, yeah, it was
That would have been
very.
crazy if we all just voted Eleanor and then she had the single votes.
I know, but
Oh, that would have, yeah, that
I
would have
would
been
have
really
been
risky, but also, yeah,
I would have been
yeah.
so worried to because wait, who had immunity?
Owen.
Owen had immunity, and
Yeah.
so you guys were both vulnerable. Like Jude had transferred the idol to me. I was gonna play it on myself. I was like, I'm not giving it back at this point. Like it's live. Like it's live now. We're live. But like if we had like told people for sure I was gonna play an idol, I was so scared that like y'all would have gotten votes. Like they would have just thrown
Yeah,
one of you guys, and I was like, I can't. If one of them leaves, I am not. There's no chance I'm making it to the end. Like I would have to win everything.
yeah,
So
that would have been
yeah,
really hard.
so I could not have
Yeah.
that. That's why I was so fucking like it
I
was
actually think it's insane that we've all gotten votes and none of them counted except for, yeah, sorry.
always
Wait, actually, both the two of you, actually, I only got votes round four,
oh I
or
got
whatever.
Owen's vote. Yeah, I got Owen's
Yeah,
vote.
yeah, you got, oh, yeah.
I got Polly's vote.
Yeah. Maybe,
Which I
it's a
mean,
vote of love.
Jude and I hadn't voted for him before, and you had, and it was random.
Random. I'll see it when I believe it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this game has been so much fun. I literally have never played a game. And like I know compared to you, Kyle, who's like a master at this, and Eleanor, who you're like a baby, you've only played 2 games now. I'm like in the sweet spot, or
Yeah,
barely. I'm also a baby because I've only played 5. I've never felt so comfortable with the cast where I could literally like just message the tribe chat. Like, and I said it
yeah.
before, but like I think that's the craziest part. Literally like just messaging the tribe chat, and like I think I was a little reserved when it started where people would like I don't know, I'd get pictures from like Owen, like showing his meals and things like that. And I'd never send pictures back. But like, as time went on, I was like sending him, oh, my trivia team won. And I'd like send him a picture of that. And like, I don't know, I've never felt so comfortable with people that I could just like do that in a game. And like, I don't know, it is like going to be so hard to replicate this ever again.
Yeah,
Like, which is like
yeah.
the saddest part. So, like, I imagine this is how Olympians feel when they win. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, Jude Biles.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I know. We're all gonna get like knocked out of any game we play next right
What do you
away.
mean? I never made it to the end ever.
No, I know. I feel like the
Neither
next,
did I.
Yeah,
like if
yeah.
people, I haven't either, but like if people like see this, they're gonna be like, oh, these guys are good.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
I wanted to say this earlier, Kyle. I genuinely have always felt the entire game that you and Jude were equal threats to me at the end. Like I never ever thought Kyle was not a threat.
Yeah.
Like
Agreed.
I felt the same
Yeah.
about you that I felt about Jude, where I was like, even I still do. I'm like, Kyle could still win the game. He like it could even clean sweep. Like I think I'll get at least one vote, I hope. But like I see you guys as very, very like not even that different, a little different, but like Kyle, you're a social threat too. You're a strategic
Yeah.
threat. Like maybe not a
Yeah.
physical threat, but
Yeah. Oh.
Thanks.
I'm kidding.
Okay, so just a snippet. I think like for FTC, I have used Discord before.
Really?
Oh, you
Oh, so
have
you were joking that you haven't,
Yeah.
good
but
call.
you were still bad at it either way, right?
I've used Discord for like 6 years, so I know how all these channels and stuff work. I've never
Really?
played any Survivor or Recon yet. This is my first one.
Did you know about the idol hunt roles before we did?
When did you guys know?
I knew
In the
like
swap
round
tribe.
2.
Oh, I
Sorry.
found out. Well, no, I didn't find out about the roles. I found out about the cooldown, I think, or no, I found out that you could see
Oh,
the
yeah.
same room as you because
No,
Rosie
I'm
told me
I'm
that. But the
pretty sure
roles Jude
when it
told
came
me
to the
later.
idle hunt. Yeah, when it came to the idle hunt, both of you guys told me about that stuff.
Oh, okay, I didn't know if you were like,
Yeah.
because you weren't actually looking because we could see, but I was like, is he intentionally
I
not?
was only looking when you guys asked me to. Like, if somebody asked me to go check the other.
Yeah, I know. I asked Kyle like during that round, like during the Cassie after the Cassie vote out round, because I was like,
Oh, I
I
saw.
need my idol hunt buddy, but we're kind of fighting,
Yeah.
so
I saw Kyle join. I saw, yeah, and like multiple people came to me asking about me leaving the idol hunt, and I was like, the only person tracking it is me and Jude, like that closely, and I was out of the room for like maybe only 30 minutes. Like I was not out that long, I don't think.
Yeah, I know. I was looking though, because like I thought I figured it out too, and then I saw you change. I was like, shit, she figured it out first. So yeah.
I was so glad that worked. It was so mean. I'm so sorry.
No, it was a good play. It was a really good play because like it got to me, and then I told Kyle about it, I think. And then I was kind of paranoid, so I told everyone that it was either you or Hyrie who had the idol. Not everyone. By everyone I meant just Rocky.
No, it's okay. It actually kind of like worked so well for me because nobody was talking to me, and then everybody started talking to me again.
Jude,
You spread the rumor, and it worked.
I was so paranoid. I texted Kyle probably like back to back to back. I was like, I think Eleanor has the idol. Should I text her? I think Eleanor has the idol. Like she moves rooms, and like I'm explaining the idol hunt in details that we would talk about. But like to Kyle, who didn't get,
And then you sent me a message. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kyle.
Jude really got into my head that Eleanor has it, and Eleanor and I were beefing because I'm like, the club is beefing, now we're all beefing. So I had got on call with Eleanor for the first time, like that morning after, like the whole Cassie drama. And I was like, Eleanor, I think you have the idol. And I was trying to get her to tell me that she has it. Meanwhile, freaking Jude had it the whole time.
No, let me tell you, I didn't find it during, or I wouldn't have caused that paranoia. I found it like a day after when I could check. But yeah, no, I truly did. Yeah, it was, but I did when I found it. I didn't tell anyone because I was like, okay, it won't matter until I heard Hyrie was targeting me. I was like, shit, I'm not going to use my idol. I feel like that was the worst possible time to use it. So I would have rather you guys had it. So I had to tell both of you guys about it because like, yeah, and then I was like, Kyle, do you want the idol? He's like, oh, I'd be horrible with that. And I was like, okay, I'm giving it to Eleanor. So no. Sorry, I was asking him first because I was like, should I play it? Should I use it? And sorry, that was yeah.
I would never refuse it. You can give it to me.
Yeah.
No, you said you weren't. You said you didn't know what to do with it, and I was like, I feel like Eleanor would be a better judge.
I know.
I
I just would feel really terrible if you gave it to me and then got voted out. Like I'm not gonna deal with that.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I literally didn't. It was not in anyone's best interest for it to be used that round anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
So it was like it would have been better used in a later round, even if it wasn't by me. So it was a big risk.
That gesture was also like very like I was like, oh, me and Jude are back. Like
also
we're all good again. Like
that would have been like a terrible play if it was played at 8 because all 3 of the last 3 boots voted for Eleanor in final 6.
Yeah, I knew it was they were coming for me. I was like, they want to break us up.
I think combined, like I don't know how, like I'm telling you, like the combination like worked out so well. Like it's hard to be done by one person to like have like super social, get like information from everyone, win every immunities, and find idols.
Yeah.
It feels like something that has to be combined by like, you know, two or more people. I feel like we're like three flavors of ice cream that like swirled up perfectly.
Not mint chocolate chip though.
No, no, gross. Blech.
Gross.
Can that be my final episode quote? I don't want to like. Does that count?
Oh yeah.
I just kidding. Like, if obviously, I think we had our confessional, like something. This is
Yo, the
we're
vanilla
meta talking,
glitter
but yeah,
giant.
yeah. There you go. I like that. Can we just
Um,
have that as a quote, regardless of who
or
wins? That's so cute.
um, I need to think of a good quote. I can't think of one.
I
Um,
can't think of one.
No, it just comes out, right? Like whatever you're just saying, like
yeah, I've
it
had
just
such
comes
good
out, you
ones
know.
all season, and now I don't have one.
Oh, I can't wait
And
to see them. I can't wait to see them.
I don't know if they're gonna be actual episode titles, but Kadabra was starring my shit all
It just
season.
better not
Just
be that TJ one.
Also, Kyle, no one said that to me.
I know. I figured you were lying. I'm like, who's saying I'm the new teacher? That's so random.
No, if anything,
maybe
I was
Owen would say
yeah.
that though, low key, because Owen had a list of messy people that he wanted to get rid of, and that's what he said to me.
Was I one of them?
No, I don't know. He just said like, you know, when like yeah, when certain people were voted out, he was like, good. But also you should have told me about that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I did call
Sorry.
Kyle a lot to other people to try to downplay a relationship. I was like, I don't know where I stand with Kyle. He's too messy for
I
me.
did that a lot.
And I like told people I was like I was like, you were like I was like flirting with you to like keep you around, blah blah blah. I was like, no, I know Kyle. But I could not have people clock it, and they still thought we were like so close. So it was
But
like
you know,
hard
like
to hide.
the funniest thing was when Hyrie and Rocky both said to me, "You're a duo with Eleanor," and then continued to say like, "We need to get Eleanor out of this."
Yeah, that is exactly what happened to me. Like, and I
Like,
thought that was the craziest thing. I was like, are you testing me? Like, and I didn't think, you know, like I don't know, like
To be fair,
I,
those were the only two people like who like I knew were coming for me, and I was like trying to like come for as well. So like it was reciprocal. Like I'm not surprised that they were like throwing my
yeah.
name out to anyone who would listen.
but even then,
Then he,
like, I really tried to distance myself from Eleanor, and then after the Cassie vote, Rocky, no, after the Hyrie vote, both Rocky and Owen were like, "You and Jude are like a really tight duo," and I'm like, "For fuck's sakes, yes, we are. You said that about me and Eleanor. Just go ahead and say it about me and Jude." I'm not gonna.
yeah, that was yeah. And no one even brought in Polly. Like that was the four of us. We made that move, you know. We could have been a quadruplet. You know, I
Yeah,
don't know.
nobody knew I was close with Polly. I like
Yeah.
trusted Polly.
Or
It
Owen
wasn't.
sort of clocked that. Owen said, like, you know, in his pitch when he wanted to not be voted out that round, he
Yeah,
said, like, you know, Polly going to the end only benefits Eleanor, right? And
yeah,
that's his pitch. And I was like, we know, but also like you are like a beast of a man. Like you would win
yeah.
this immunity, you know, and like
And also, I was never gonna take Polly over you guys. Like, I never told him I wouldn't write his name down like at any point in the game. I just told him when I wasn't voting for him that I wasn't gonna vote for him.
yeah.
And like,
But
I don't know if Jude got the same like speech, but like Rocky was so convinced that Eleanor was gonna go to final three with Danny and Polly, like it was happening.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I did get this speech and I was
no, but
like, oh, that's interesting.
I did want
would
both
too
of them in
yeah.
final like 6, like or 5, like or
Yeah.
5. Yeah, I did really like that having them around and like knew that they were like good good like allies to have, but it was scary. Like I was like, oh, I don't want Jude or Kyle to take them over me. But I didn't think you guys would. I was like, I think we're taking each other at this point.
Yeah.
So I was okay with like letting them go.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's hard. Oh, what a good game. Like
It was so sad when Danny left. So for me, I
yeah.
didn't want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. I think we're
Well,
That has been it has been a lovely hour and 40 minutes with you all.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and